Hello, beautiful friends and viewers of Anahita TV. Thank you so much for coming back. And today I have some special uh, news for you that it's something that I've learned over time, and I think you'll be happy to know. It's mostly about food and the way it affects us. You know, the electromagnetic energy that we receive from the outside. And one of the myths that's going on, or there's a lot of fads with trainers and healers and telling you first, I saw this video. He's an Italian um, a workout guy, I guess, on Instagram, and he was so funny. He was about to eat a sandwich for breakfast. It was like one of those breakfast sandwich with the biscuit and the meat and the cheese and eggs. And first he had this video of telling him, "Oh, throw away the bread." And then there was another guy afterwards. Then he threw away the bread. Then he was like, throw away the cheese because acne is caused by dairy. Then there was another guru that's famous, and he said, "Stop eating meat." And then so he ended up having nothing. Stop eating eggs, poultry. And it was like, it was so funny. And he ended up having cereal. And then he's like, and then this other guru was saying, cereal is before breakfast, it's killing you. It was so dynamic, this video, and it made me laugh. It's because it's so true. And so I'm not going to give you advice on what to eat. One of the things I've realized is that as time passes, the more we go into the Aquarius age, we eat less and less. That's what I've noticed about myself. It doesn't take that much to make me full. And I've always been like that. I've always been like a small portion eater as a person. And if I eat a little more, then if I like the taste and I eat a little more, I have horrible digestion issues. And so I end up just eating 2 meals right now. I'm not recommending that for you. What I'm recommending for you is to find out what it is that your body needs. You need to become more intuitive and find out what is good for you. What I did was, a few years ago, I had an issue, medical issue, and I ended up taking this medication that ruined my gut health, and I gained a lot of weight. And then I had a friend who's much younger than I am, and he was on this diet regimen online with a workout guy, with one of these trainers. And he was giving out diet plans. The diet plan was pretty easy. It was a little bit of rice, protein, and a big portion of salad. And these meals were 4 times, I believe, a day. And one of the meals was a shake, and then 3 times were those meals. But there was no sugar in terms of fruits and things like that. And what ended up happening, I ended up in the hospital. I ended up feeling as if I was about to have a heart attack because for 3 weeks I had no fruit. And not only did I not lose anything, I think I lost the whole 3 weeks, I lost 2 pounds maybe. But I ended up almost, having a stroke. So then I realized what causes strokes among women, because we're always yo-yo dieting. And I realized I had this intuitive message that we have to stop this yo-yo dieting. We cannot switch from this diet to that diet to this. We can't just listen to all these gurus. What these gurus are sharing with you is what worked for them. So what you need to do is find out what works for you. So I'm not going to tell you what to eat. I'm not going to tell you where to get your products. You're smart enough and you've been around long enough to know where organic farms and whatever that it is that you need. I'm not going to recommend anything. What I am recommending is stop listening to all these gurus and start listening to your body and find out what it is that you need. So when I went to the hospital, I was just reading on this couch, actually right here, and all of a sudden my elbow, my entire arm was in pain. And I realized that when they say you're about to have a stroke or a heart attack, your left arm starts. And I was like, I'm too young, I'm healthy, there's no way, I'm not gonna have a heart attack. I ignored it. Half an hour later, my face was feeling numb and like droopy, but it wasn't that bad because I looked in the camera of the photo, I took a picture. I want to make sure it wasn't, because apparently I was reading online that if your face on one side is droopy and is falling like lopsided sort of, that's a sign of a stroke. I read that and I didn't see that, so I wasn't I was still afraid because the pain didn't go away. It lasted for a couple hours. So I just drove to the hospital and they were worried for me. The doctor said you should not have driven yourself if you were having these issues. So friends, if you have those issues, you call 911 and you get a friend to drive you. So I get to they do blood work, they did my heart, they checked my heart was fine, but when they did my blood work, I was very low in potassium. And then I read about being low in potassium. So they gave me potassium pills. So what happened is because I was not eating fruit, fruit is what gives us potassium. So low potassium causes heart trouble, heart issues, because we need our minerals to function. We are, we're made of all these different chemicals and minerals, and we need those balanced in our lives. So I was very low in, what do you call it? Electrolytes. So I bought all these different things for electrolytes. I realized I have to take salt. I was doing hot yoga and I didn't take enough salt in my water. So there's a lot. Your body is a beautiful mechanical being, and you need to learn more about yourself. And I pray that, especially for both women and men, that you stop doing these fat diets, and that's what's ruining our metabolism. That's why a lot of the dietitians and trainers, the ones that I like are the ones that say, eating healthy is a lifestyle. And that's true. We cannot go on a diet that's not manageable just for a short time, because once you stop, you go back to the way you were in weight wise, and it's not easy to maintain. So what we have to do for ourselves, find out your blood type, and it's easy, elimination. Do the elimination diet, which means you eat bread for a while, and if you see you're bloated, then maybe you have a slight allergy to gluten. And then the reason we have these allergies to gluten is because back in the 60s, they just, the government genetically modified gluten so that, because wheat was being eaten away by all these different insects and things. So they sprayed the wheat or changed it so that the outer layer had this thing that if the insect ate from that wheat, they would have indigestion, and there was some kind of acid would develop in their stomach that would destroy their gut, and then they would die. So guess what, friends? We're eating that. Yay! And we have been since the 60s, our parents, and now us, we're eating. That's what, the ancient grain technology is back, or the ancient, a lot of people cooking or making bread with ancient grain. And also sourdough. My doctor recommended sourdough. My doctor is a holistic doctor. I'm not saying that's what you should do. You should definitely seek your own doctor and find out what's good for you. And so I stopped eating wheat altogether. And I know when I do eat wheat, some bad stuff happens in my belly that's not fun. And so there's other tests too. You got to eat the different fruits and vegetables and find out what works, what doesn't. And if you do one fruit a day, or and then you wait for a couple hours, see how you feel. Based on that feeling, whether it's good for you or not. So that's the elimination process of figuring out what's good for you. With that being said, I do want to recommend, we're supposed to eat way more fruit than we do. And if we can find it organic, that would be great. And please don't listen to these people telling you fruit has sugar, don't eat sugar. Come on, you're comparing bleached white sugar to an orange. That doesn't make any sense. But there are people who have diabetes who can't have oranges. It makes them rise up their blood sugar. If you're one of those, then you also know what to listen to and what not to listen to, and what to do for your health. There are modalities of healing that are alternative. I recommend that you seek alternative healthy modalities. I practice Reiki energy healing, and one of my gifts is that when I do Reiki energy healing for some friends and family, I see the internal problem, whatever it is that's causing that health issue, the internal, and it could be directly connected to past life. It could be directly connected to some emotional issues or maybe a lumbar issue. Believe it or not, a lot of issues can come from dislocated joints or the misalignment of the body. You know, a lot. So even when you are working out, you're not supposed to just go to the gym and start picking up weights and going crazy. And a lot of times I do recommend, at least if you can't afford it, get a trainer for the first 2-3 sessions and learn how to do certain movements so that you are not misaligning your body. And especially if we have some weight on our body, it's going to be difficult to carry the weight and carry our own body weight. So it's better to start with body weight type exercises, you know. And because I remember when I started working out, I got a trainer, but the trainer was crazy. He made me these you know, I have very strong legs, and he made me do a very, very heavy set for I believe that's the machine, the push leg machine thingy. And I hurt my knee, and that was 20 years ago. I still have my left knee is still really misaligned. So it could be some of my health issues could be that, because when one part of your body is misaligned, it's going to affect everything, all the nerve endings that go through the body. We are, you know, united as human beings. We're united to, you know, and connected to each other. And imagine if even my knee is like slightly different than this knee. When I walk, when I talk, when I sit, everything I do is affected by this knee. Maybe my gut health issue is even connected. I don't know, you know, but I found a healer, and she has this electromagnetic machine that was created a while back. She just had it FDA approved, and I did it. It was amazing. She helped me because I can't sleep much. She helped me. She put the electrode here for energy, and then forehead, and she did it around my eyes. And because I'm starting to lose my eyesight for nearsightedness, and the positive side effect is the wrinkles. She removed, when she did the electrodes around my eyes, all the wrinkles were gone. So look, compared to yesterday, my wrinkles are gone. So I'm hooked. I'm going back again today for another session. She does 10 sessions, and I'm hoping today that we work on my gut health, and that's taken care of, because I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of fad diets. I'm so tired of having digestion issues. And so hopefully this modality is going to help me. She's going to go viral. There's a big company that's helping her to do this all over the country, and starting with Los Angeles area. So if you have any questions about that, ask me. If you're in the LA area, you have to be present in person to do this healing modality, but otherwise I believe she's going all over, and I may start getting trained in it because I really want to help people live a healthy lifestyle, healthy, wealthy, all of it. I want all of it for myself, and I want all of it for you. I'm not greedy. I like to share. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Anahita TV. I hope that you stay healthy, blessed, wealthy, and full of love.